Have you ever been told you're loving someone too much? Or maybe you've felt suffocated by a partner's intense affection and thought, why are they trying to control me? It's a strange feeling, right? When someone pulls back a little, it can feel like they're manipulating you, like they're trying to gain the upper hand. But what if I told you that loving less, or rather, loving more healthily, isn't about control at all? It's actually about respect and freedom. Let's break this down. When we talk about loving less, we're not talking about being cold or distant. We're talking about shifting from a possessive, anxious kind of love to a secure, trusting love. This anxious love often comes from our own insecurities. We might constantly need reassurance, check their social media, or get upset if they don't text back immediately. From our side, it feels like we're just showing how much we care. But from their perspective, it can feel like a cage. They might feel like they have to constantly report their whereabouts and manage our emotions, which is exhausting. When they feel this pressure, they might naturally pull away to get some breathing room. And that's when we panic. We think they're pulling away. I need to love them harder to bring them back. This creates a vicious cycle. We cling, they withdraw. We cling even tighter. It feels like a power struggle, a game of control, but it's really a cycle of anxiety and reaction. So, what does it mean to love in a way that isn't about control? It means recognizing that your partner is a whole person outside of the relationship. They have their own friends, hobbies, and need for personal space. Giving them that space isn't loving them less. It's showing them you trust them and respect their individuality. It's saying, I love you, and I also trust you to have your own life. I'm secure enough in our connection that I don't need to monitor you. This kind of love is liberating for both people. When you stop trying to manage their every move, you free yourself from constant anxiety. You can focus on your own life, your own goals, and your own happiness. This makes you more attractive and interesting, not less. And for your partner, it feels like a breath of fresh air. They feel trusted and respected, which makes them want to draw closer to you, not pull away. Think about it like holding a handful of sand. If you squeeze it tightly, the sand slips through your fingers. But if you hold it with an open, relaxed palm, the sand stays put. Secure love is like that open palm. It's about creating a safe, supportive space where both of you can be yourselves without fear of judgment or control. This shift isn't easy, especially if you have a history of anxious attachment. It requires self-awareness and a conscious effort to manage your own fears. You have to learn to soothe your own anxiety instead of expecting your partner to do it for you. This might mean talking to a friend, journaling, or even seeking professional support to work through your insecurities. Remember, asking for help is a sign of strength. So, the next time you feel the urge to love harder because you're afraid of losing someone, take a step back. Ask yourself, am I acting out of love or out of fear? True love doesn't seek to control. It seeks to empower. It's about building a partnership based on trust, respect, and mutual freedom. When you learn to love in this way, you'll find that it's not about loving less at all. It's about loving better. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on building healthier, happier relationships. See you next time. Have you ever been told you're loving too much? Or maybe you've felt suffocated by someone's affection and thought, this feels less like love and more like control. It's a tricky line to walk. And today, we're going to dive deep into why sometimes loving a little less is actually the healthiest thing you can do for a relationship. Let's get one thing straight from the start. True love isn't about possession. It's not about owning someone's time, emotions, or decisions. But sometimes, especially when we're deeply invested, our love can morph into something that feels controlling. Why does this happen? Often, it stems from fear. Fear of losing the person, fear of them getting hurt, or fear of not being needed anymore. So, we overcompensate. We text constantly. We need to know their every move, and we try to solve all their problems. We call it caring, but to the other person, it can feel like a cage. Now, let's flip the script. Imagine you're on the receiving end. Your partner plans your entire weekend without asking. They question every friend you hang out with. They suggest what you should wear, what you should eat, and even what career path you should take, all under the guise of, I just want what's best for you. While the intention might seem loving, the impact is suffocating. It chips away at your autonomy and your sense of self. This isn't love. It's a desire for control, disguised as affection. It creates dependency, not a partnership of equals. So, what does it mean to love less in a healthy way? It's not about being cold, distant, or indifferent. Far from it. It's about loving with respect. It's about trusting your partner to make their own choices, even if you don't always agree with them. It's about giving them space to be their own person, to have their own friends, hobbies, and experiences. Loving less, in this context, means loving them enough to let them be free. Think of it like holding a bird. If you squeeze too tight, you'll hurt it. If you hold your hand wide open, it's free to stay or fly away. When it chooses to stay, that's when you know the connection is real. Healthy love thrives on this freedom. It's about saying, I'm here for you, I support you, and I trust you. This builds a foundation of security, not anxiety. When someone feels trusted, they feel respected, and respect is a cornerstone of any lasting, loving relationship. This shift in perspective can be challenging, especially if you're a natural caregiver or have a history of anxiety. You might worry, if I'm not constantly involved, will they forget about me? Will they not need me anymore? The truth is, by stepping back, you're not making yourself less important, you're making the relationship stronger. You're showing that you value your partner as a whole individual, not just as a part of your life. This allows for genuine connection, where two complete people choose to walk side by side, rather than one person pulling the other along. So, the next time you feel that urge to over-involve yourself or feel suffocated by someone else's love, take a moment. Ask yourself, is this about connection or control? Is this about support or suppression? Choosing to love with a bit more space isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of profound strength and wisdom. It's the key to building a love that doesn't just survive, but truly flourishes. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, give this video a like and subscribe for more insights into building healthier, happier relationships. See you in the next one.